everyone, thank you for watching my video. So I'm gonna show you how to make a sourdough starter. It's very easy. I never measure my ingredients, and you don't need as well for this particular recipe. So all I do is I take some organic stone ground spelt flour. I hope I am pronouncing that properly, but you could take any flour like wholemeal flour, white bread flour, or even spelt flour, buckwheat flour, any flour. Yes, so all I do is I take randomly this much, just like that. Yeah, I didn't measure, I just take them. I use a wooden spoon because some of them they say you shouldn't use like a stainless steel spoon because it wouldn't rise, which I don't believe at all. But anyway, I have one wooden spoon at home, so I said let's try it with that. So I'm gonna take this and then I'm gonna take some water. This is so easy, and if you go to shops they sell you sourdough bread so expensive, but if you think about it how easy that is. So all I do, I add water and just some water like that. Then I'm gonna mix this until it's properly it becomes a nice and smooth butter. Until it becomes really smooth, like there shouldn't be any what do you call it, clumps in it. It should be properly smooth. See this? Properly smooth. Mix until it's properly smooth, and the consistency, that's that's okay. I mean, some YouTubers they show is very thick, some show even more liquidy, but for me that works. It's very okay. So after this is done, you clean up the edges. I don't want to make the video very long because then people get bored. Once this is done, okay, all we have to do is take a wrap, just like so, cover properly, like all the edges should be covered, and then what I do, I take a knife, yep, then I'm gonna make little small holes just like that. And after this is done, I'm gonna keep this somewhere in a warm and dark place for it to develop some bubbles. It could be because now the weather is very hot, so I think it will be very fast. I think next morning there should be some bubbles on top. The moment there are bubbles, then what I'm gonna do, I take the foil off, then I add some more flour, like two of this spoon again, a little bit water, mix again, and keep it for another day until there is like a consistency, like there are bubbles on top of the thing. And if you would listen to it, like really come near to the flour, I mean it sounds very, very odd and weird, but you could hear some life going on there. You would hear bloop bloop bloop, something like that. So you wouldn't believe your eyes anyway. So that's the next day, and if I'm allowed to show you, because I said to you next day there will be some bubble developed there. See that? I'm not sure you can see it. You see the bubbles? That means it's working. Bubble, 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 bubble. So all I'm gonna do now, add some more flour, 1, 2, a little bit of water, and mix again, and then cover, and then keep it again in a dark and warm place. I'm sorry if I said in my last video, in my last thing, that it should be warm and dark place, but not too hot. If you see the bubbles now, it's because the sourdough is already